Hello, Michelle here from the Secret Owl Society. This video is to show you how to use the Tender timer and the thinking behind it. So essentially, this is a timer that lets you choose the amount of time you want to work with this little widget over here, and you can control the sounds it makes, the volume, etc. And that's great for helping you focus, helping you remember to take your breaks. But the beautiful and primary purpose of this tool is that you are able to go into YouTube and get the videos that you want to plug in here. And that turns into a nice little deck of videos that are, the thinking behind it is that you're choosing videos that are for your self-care. So whether that's 5 minutes to do a quick workout, 5 minutes to do some face yoga, 5 minutes to do a posture workout. When you finish your timer, that's a signal to go into this list and choose an act of self-care so that you're not just working. You're also taking the time to pour energy back into yourself so that by the time you finish working, you're not drained. So it's this nice cadence between, okay, I worked for 10 minutes and then I did an act of self-care. And then I worked for 30 minutes and then I did an act of self-care. When I started doing this, I realized that I was way more focused, way more grounded and regulated, way smarter at my work because I was taking the time to let my brain and my body restore, have that restoration instead of just draining my battery. And then what I used to do was I would think, after I'm done working, then I would do self-care. Then I would do my workout. Then I would do my face yoga. And it never happened because I would be too tired. And so when I started incorporating self-care throughout the time I spent working, it made me better at work and it made me get all my self-care stuff done. And so that is where this timer concept came from. And I just wanted to show you how it works. Very simple. The timer, self-explanatory. The videos, you go into YouTube, you find your favorite videos, look for the ones that are short, like 5 minutes, 7 minutes, plug them in here. They'll pop up automatically with the video title pulled in. You can click on this pencil icon and change the name of the video, change the link if you want to, save the card. There's a button here that says tuck into library, and that means that you can have a library area that has all the videos so that if you want to put any of their videos aside so that your main area, your deck, stays nice and minimal, but you don't lose the videos that you may want to pull out once in a while. That is what the library is for. So throughout the day, you're basically in the deck area. And when the timer says, okay, time is up, that's your signal to go choose a video. You could also click surprise me and it will choose one for you. If you ever feel like, I don't know which one to choose, I can't think, that's what that is for. And then when you're done, you click finished and it makes the video disappear from the deck and go into your done area. And then tomorrow, all the stuff that's in the done area will pop back up in the deck area. And so you will get to the end of your work day and all of these acts of self-care ideally will be finished and you'll feel like you've taken care of yourself throughout your day instead of just burnt yourself out and you have nothing left in the tank to pour into yourself. So I love how this just solves the issue of how women tend to sacrifice themselves and put themselves last. And it's like, no, you can still get done what you need to get done, but let's incorporate self-care, putting ourselves first, taking care of ourselves while we're doing all of these things for our business, our family, etc. And then over here, we have a couple of little bubbles. This allows you to compact the view of your videos and also to drag the order of your videos around if you want to make them have a different order to them. And then this little owl bubble gives you more information, how the timer works, backup, how to save the app to your desktop, some links about the tool, etc. And then down here, there's an invitation to join the Sacred Pause if you want to take this to the next level. And then I think that is it. It's super simple. I also made this ADHD friendly, so you have a clock right here to give you a sense of the time. When you click on this timer, it tells you when the timer ends. So you can see it'll end at this time. It's not just a countdown. It actually tells you, okay, by this time, the time will be up, and that gives you a greater sense of tracking time. And then this little purple circle here also gives you a sense of another way to track time. So all of these ways to just help you have a concept of how much time things are taking, so you don't go into this hyper focus mode, and before you know it, like 4 hours went by and it felt like 5 minutes. That is something where I have that too. And in the past, I would just think that that was me being super in the flow. And yes, hyper focus and being in the flow are pretty much the same thing. But the problem with hyper focus is that if you don't have a way of managing it, it will just turn into a cycle of self-neglect. And so yes, hyper-focus for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 60 minutes, but take those breaks. Remind yourself that you have a body, you deserve to take care of yourself. It might feel challenging in the beginning because I know once you get into that mode, you don't want to stop. But I promise you, if you add in these self-care breaks, you're just going to be better for it because it'll help you regulate yourself better. It'll help you have a higher sense of self-worth, and it will actually make your work better because now you have this different energetic approach to your work where you're not sacrificing yourself to get things done. You're reminding yourself, I deserve to take care of myself. I deserve to treat myself like a human being and not just a workhorse. And what that has done for me is that has allowed me to have this greater capacity to receive the benefits of the work I'm doing. Because if all you do is work, then you're just expanding your capacity to work hard. And then you get into this place where you don't actually receive all the goodness that is there for you as a result of working hard. And to create that capacity, you need to have a higher tolerance for self-care. You need to expand your capacity for more acts of self-care. So that is one of the deeper things that's the deeper meaning of this tool. But at the end of the day, it's simple to use. I wanted it to be like super frictionless, super simple, easy. You just pop in here and it just supports you. But there is a deeper meaning to it, and I hope that you feel that too. All right, thanks for watching and enjoy the Tender Timer.